Hello, my beautiful aberration investigator server. We are coming at you live with another Toonkind at 12 FPS, Sun 2, Electric Boogaloo. Um, my name is Marzi. I just glanced at the gallery. I don't know why I keep doing that. My name is Marzi, and I'll be playing
First
Leonardo
mistake.
Layton. It's always my mistake. And I'm joined by my lovely, ever so talented, fucking inspirational, amazing
Okay. Okay.
co-host.
No, no. We went too far when we hit the inspirational. That was where I
No,
drew the
you
line.
are a fucking inspiration. I
I
love you.
can't hear you over the sound of denying you. Anyway,
Damn.
um, no, actually, you know what? Fine, I'll accept it. But that's because I have slid a mirror at you.
Welcome to my house of mirrors, detective.
Oh, look at my house of mirrors, detective. Oh, before I forget, speaking of House of Mirrors Detective, since that did get mentioned in a game because of this, yes, Gallery. Tome has his pin on for this one. I love the instant joy that comes from the gallery every time I mention it.
The gallery gets to clown on this man.
I thought, considering every time I thought it'd be really genuinely hilarious if we actually had this FPS. Like normally when we have a semi-serious FPS like this, I try to not have the gallery on him.
Mm.
But I genuinely love the idea of the gallery attempting to give him dad advice throughout this entire FPS. I think
The
it will
fucking
be the
parenting book.
the gallery has the parenting book mentioned on it.
That means I
But
need the parenting book doc open also.
I find it genuinely hilarious the idea of the gallery being Tome's entire source on how to parent a kid being from the gallery and the book. I think it's really hilarious actually.
All right, you
But
guys. I've come up with rule 34 and rule 57. So, what from 1 to 100 excluding those two numbers, you got that many rules.
didn't we say it was 101?
Oh, was it 101? That's really funny.
Yeah, because we use that gag, those that trope of the 101 Ways books. You've
Mm.
seen them in movies.
Yeah.
All the tunes have. Yeah, we did that. I think Doc mentioned like 101 ways to be a parent. Wait, 1 second. Let me look at the. I actually wrote down the name of it.
Oh my god.
Parenting 101. That was what Doc called it. That's what Pritch called it.
Yeah, and so far, every time it was brought up so far, and I was listening in the audience, I have come up with rules. So, rule 34 was comfort your children, emotional or physical, just be there for them. And rule 57 was trust your child to come to you with their problems. If you pry, they'll get defensive.
So don't pry and comfort the kids. Tome is doing so good at this. He totally hasn't caused problems for one of them.
Alright. So, we find ourselves at the Painted Lady in Villestown, UPA, where a certain redheaded barista sure is working. He's on the clock, baby. He is earning more disposable income.
Okay, before I respond, Marcy, I really need you to look at the gallery for like
Yeah, I
5 seconds.
saw that one. I see it. I am aiming a gun. And don't worry about it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm not aiming the gun at you. The person knows who I'm talking about.
They're both. I think they're both worthy of one. They're both worthy of the gun. I'm just being honest. Um. Anyways, yeah. No, there is a certain redheaded barista at the Painted Lady,
Yeah.
and in order to establish a fully functional gag, we must do something to. And after all, it is part of being a member of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So Tone, being the nervous disaster he is, had no idea what to do when he got two sons out of this. Like Camille, he had like mentally prepared for. Okay, he'd been getting attached to Camille. He was very nervous about this for obvious reasons. I look at his backstory, but
Mm-hmm.
like he was mentally prepared for this one. He knew the kid. He had talked to kid. He knew what Camille liked, what Camille didn't like. Like there is a decent established connection. He's met Leo once before that.
And that was
Um,
during the time he adopted Camille.
yeah, like before that, Leo was the kid at the Painted Lady who would see Tome order an unhealthy amount of coffee. And yes, Gallery, I understand Leo adopted Tome, but Tome is a disaster, and we've talked about his problems with responsibility. So no, he does not see it that way. But yeah. So Tome realized, hey, he probably should get to know Leo. That's like a thing you're supposed to like, actually know the people you're adopting. Like he's a Toon. He understands Toon logic, but found family deserves at least some basis.
Mm.
So, um if you're not found family, I am, and I think this should be understood. I can't look at the gallery during these games some days. The basis. Anyways,
Leo did say to Camille, if he's not gonna be your dad, then fine, he'll be my dad.
he really did make Camille so jealous that Camille accepted Toma's family. Which, by the way, I could murder Camille in this FPS by having Tome nickname Leo something.
Chin hands
But
and
I
smiles and bats my eyelashes.
we could I feel like a certain member of the audience will unmute just a cameo out of spite if that happens.
Just chin hands and bats my eyelashes.
Anyways, this is a real actionable fact.
Everyone
is
but
fine.
Camille gets that nickname.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah. Leo.
That's my eyes.
Leo is up on the register, doing as customer service employees do.
And so I hand a Tome who probably went to Camille or someone and asked, "What am I supposed to do about this?" Maybe even Jubilee, because at this point he has interacted with Jubilee.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure we did have that FPS. I didn't just like imagine that, correct?
No, yeah, you had that FPS. I was there.
Okay, we did have that FPS. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going. I'm like, I swear I remember that because of the fox and everything, but I wanted to make sure I actually remembered. Okay, okay. Whew. Do you ever have that moment where you have so many feral FPSs you can't remember which ones happen in DMs and which ones happen on
Yeah.
Anyways, he asked somebody and they mentioned, "Hey, Leo, you know Leo works at the Painted Lady. Why don't you make sure he's taking a break or something?" And Tome went, "Yes."
Yes.
That's a
responsible
very
parent thing to do.
yeah. Um, Tome has headed to the painting, and he. By the way, I need you to understand Tome's mental state in this entire FPS. It's so nervous. Like he is absolutely filled. Like the Tome Muse is handing me like he will actually die if Leo gets upset with him. That he will perish. He will just simply cease to exist.
Oh,
Anyways,
beloved.
he absolutely um kind of just swings open the door and he takes his hat off as he does whenever he steps in to a establishment and he has a serious intention. If he keeps the hat on, you know it's just casual, but if he takes it off, it's that Toon trope of where you take your hat off as you enter the room and you know that something's about to go down. He doesn't even do it consciously. He can't help it. He's holding the hat in his hand and he's just very kind of. I'm gonna have to roll a perception. Is there a clock in the room?
Probably.
I'm guessing there's a clock.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna roll just a quick perception. Knowing Tome, this will be decent. Roll the nat 1. Holy that is. Shit.
Right as you were saying, knowing Tome would be decent.
a nat 1 and it's still above a 10.
Yeah,
That is the worst.
That's hilarious.
That is the funniest part about that.
Oh,
Is
man.
even on a nat 1, Tome is above average. And I think that's hilarious.
That's fucking hilarious. Holy shit.
Yeah, so it is a nat 1 though, and I will forcefully flavor it as a nat 1. I don't care if he has a plus 10 to perception. That is
he's glancing around for a clock, but there's this really, really tall and really, really wide Toon standing right in front of where it is.
All Tome handed me was internally, oh, one of those again. And I will not. Anybody who knows Tome lore will know who exactly I'm referencing. But
man.
Anyways, he kind of God, he just wanted to see if it was gods. He just wanted to see if it was time for Leo's shift, and now he doesn't even know that.
To be fair, he's glancing around for a clock, and a voice pipes up from the counter. Hello, welcome to the Painted Lady, Tome.
Tome is gonna startle at that. I'm not even rolling with. Oh, Leo. Hi.
Hi. You okay?
God,
you were kind of just standing there.
Yeah, I was glancing around for the time.
Do you not have a watch?
Tome is sweating. Tome just lifts his arm and shows the cuffs that go all the way to his hand.
Ah, that's fair. You know what? That is fair.
Yeah, Toon design. Don't get watches.
You can't, like, have one in your pocket?
Hold up. Tome blinks. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna go. Wait, I think there's actually a. Wait, there might actually be a clock in one of the items. Hold up. Hold up. One of the trauma items might actually be a clock. 1 second.
Oh my god.
Wait a second. I'm actually pulling that up when I'm pulling up his hands.
God.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh god, I pulled up the thing and I saw the bird in the background. I hate that thing. Oh my gosh, I swear there was a clock in here. I guess there isn't a clock. Nope, there's no clock in here. Never mind.
Holy shit, he doesn't have a clock out of all the things he has?
He has of all the things he has, he does not have a clock. I'm looking at
really
all the items.
Funny.
How did that game get through the whole thing without a single... How do you get through a detective game without a single clock of some sort?
That's really fucking funny, Spec.
Do you know of a detective game without a clock now?
Holy shit.
Then again, I also am just thinking of Ace Attorney right now. So I am a little biased.
Ace Attorney takes clocks to the next level, let's be honest.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a little biased because I have been playing that recently. Anyways, you know what? I'm gonna do a forced fumble because he's gonna reach in there for one, and there isn't going to be one. 26. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 16, 24. Holy shit.
Oh,
Holy
no.
shit.
Oh no.
Holy shit, he pulled out one of the statues.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He reaches into his hammer space and pulls out a giant box, and it obviously weighs a decent amount, and there's just a little label put on the outside, and he just sighs and puts that back in. No watch.
Leo's just standing there and is quiet for a moment before he fucking snorts. I was like, what was that?
A statue.
What?
Tome sweats.
Why do you have a whole statue in your pocket?
Well, it's kind of part of a case.
But that's a whole statue.
Well, I couldn't exactly leave it at the place. That is at least a good distance from Toontown, let alone here.
But wait, it's just in your pocket.
sweating and he's a little flustered. I'm yes.
That's amazing. What the fuck?
I I mean, at least I keep it in a box now.
Now?
Tom does not know, Gallery. Tom does not know. I remind you, Tom spilled his back. Oh my god, he's spilling his backstory. Wait, oh my god.
I wish.
God, he's spilling his backstory again. He kind of just sweats and he goes, no, I didn't, but Camille asked me to.
That's really funny that Cammy had to be the one to tell you to do that.
Well, he kind of rubs the back of his neck. It was, a situation, and I don't exactly have the best reactions to seeing items from that case, so.
That's fair.
You can incite that, beloved. Mr. Spill backstory all the time because of trauma. You might recognize what's going on here. That's a 23. Yeah, Tome has some trauma relating to that case. And you're you know what? That's a 23. You're picking up. He is backstory rambling a bit. You know that feeling.
Leo gives kind of like a slow, kind of sympathetic nod, and then he's like, I mean, if it's that bad, why do you still have it in your pockets? Can't you just leave them at home?
I don't want to risk losing the items. Plus, it makes it easier to work on the case away from home. Since, and he kind of gives a shrug. I don't spend a lot of time home. I mean, well, I do sometimes. Anyways, Leonardo,
You can call me Leo.
Leo, yes, Tom is sweating so much right now. Have you had your break yet?
Yes.
I see. Tommy's just handing me. Well, I tried. I should go now. I love Tom. What man is he? Tom voice. Okay, I tried. Just leaves.
Tom!
I need you to understand how awkward he feels right now.
I love him.
Tom hears the gallery say Tom, just say what you want to do. And Tom just very much thinks to the gallery, kind of mutters under his breath, I don't know. I was told to quiet.
To be fair, that pause was in character. That was such a fucking bold-faced lie.
I'm inciting it. I can incite a lie. Really, Tom?
Oh, he's
really?
so nervous about this new son that he doesn't know. Please take advantage because everyone in the gallery is like, Tom, please, he is lying. There you go, that's better.
Oh, that's still a 5-year-old.
That's still a 5, but that's okay. A 15 is good.
Tom's modifiers are the only things that save him from this.
As he's turning on his heels with the gallery in his ear, he does like play back what Leo has said, and God, that was such a lie from Leo. When did this kid? He didn't know this kid was such a liar.
Leo, you hear a record scratch.
Leo is just sweating.
I mean, I hold out Tom and his tune logic, and the rhythm will reflect that sometimes. There is absolutely a record scratch for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't interrupt his theme. His theme still goes strong, but it's very much edited on record scratch
Yeah.
sound as he pauses and turns honestly very nicely on his heels. You can tell he does this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He very much remembers stuff at the last minute. He turns around and he kind of just pauses before he crosses his arm slightly.
Leo is not looking. Leo has turned his back now, and he is working on something behind the counter.
Leonardo Layton, did you just lie to me?
Ah. Oh, by the moon. No.
He's rolling inside again. That's a new lie. We can try again now.
Yeah.
Oh my beloved.
I mean,
I understand.
An 18 is good, and that was not a very good lie. Leo is not good at lying, despite having a +8 to 7. He's good at lying when it really counts. But right now, he is Leo and not Phantom L. And Leo's shoulders are kind of slowly hunching up to his ears.
Leo, please, you need to have a break.
It's fine, I feel fine.
That doesn't mean it's no. Leo, please. Have you even eaten? You're pausing, I'm rolling insight.
Ah, good, you catch on quickly.
Finally!
Yes!
They've been getting progressively better because Tome's been learning. He's very quickly picking up on Leo's mannerisms. And also realizing, wait, I thought this kid was a giant softie and hold up, is this one a bigger liar than the other? Hold up. Okay, I didn't crash, right? Okay.
No, you're good.
How about you at least eat something?
I'm not even hungry.
Do I need to roll insight again?
That one's not a lie. Leo doesn't really have much of an appetite, and he never really has. But it's still not good that he skips meals like this.
Leo, even if you're not very hungry, you still need to eat. Gallery, I'm not scruffing him. You need to eat something. It's food is important. Home inside his head, do not call the kid too skinny. That is such a dad and no, we have not fallen that far.
God, that is such a familial thing, because as soon as you said that, I fucking remembered every time one of my relatives was like, you are too skinny, eat more.
Yeah, like that is such a family member thing to say. Is you're too skinny. Like that is considering how much of a toon he is, that's such a trope right there. That's why he very quickly told himself no. Because the good thing about Tome being very aware that he is constantly a conflict. Tome is extremely aware of how much tropes seem to stick to him specifically.
He's very genre aware.
Yes, he is mostly genre aware. He is not as genre aware when it comes to him being found family, but outside of that, yes.
I always the whole becoming genre aware, I always felt like that was such a real kind thing to like bring up to toons.
See, Tome's never had a real kind brought up to him. I look at how much he suffers from the rule of funny, despite being a detective. That I think is less of genre aware and more of aware that Lord did bring it up, but kind of in a different way. He brought up he made Tome more aware of the plot he was going down than anything. I point at Tome is kind of less genre aware and more of aware tropes tend to follow him because one detective and two like full tune. He's not like Camille where it's half tune. He's full tune, which means things hit him harder. So he probably put together gags and all that because they kept happening. And plus, I love him so much. He is a lot older than Camille or any of them.
Yeah.
He's been doing this. He's been a detective. I think I said like 15 to 20 years at least.
Mm.
Like he's noticed some things. He's done murders that are specifically tune murders where they follow tune logic. He's very aware of how tunes work, and I'm willing to, yeah, no, he probably became genre aware whenever he started noticing the rule of funny was focusing on him a little too much for his
Mm.
liking. And that is also that I do love that because it's kind of the reason he's always constantly annoyed with the rule of funny is because he's aware of it now.
Beloved.
So it's more of this it's more of something that just keeps messing up and embarrassing him rather than actually, so it's funny for everyone but him at this point.
I hold Tome so soft.
It also adds to the gag, to the kind of character gag idea thing of Tome being a character of humor, even though he doesn't want to be.
He's the straight man, which unfortunately just means that he gets clowned on more.
Despite not being straight or a cis.
Listen, in the two instances of comedic straight men that I've seen in Draft House, neither one is straight.
Perfect.
But no, yeah.
But Tome very much crosses his arms. Leo, please, just take your break.
And Leo loudly and dramatically groans like the teenager he is for turning around, kind of huffy. Okay, but did you eat today?
There's a pause.
Picks up my dice. Mm-hmm.
No, he's not. Um, I've had something, Leo.
And now it's Leo's turn to cross his arms.
Just crossing their arms back at each other now.
I don't know, Tome. You're my dad, so you're supposed to be leading by example. I don't think
I'm
you're
making a whiz save. I'm making a whiz save.
Oh, beloved.
Keep going.
You're kind of my dad, and you're supposed to be leading by example. It's probably not good that you lie to me like this. Tome.
Sighs and adds this to the list.
What?
Remember, I don't know if you've seen, but I've been collecting things that make Tome feel even worse about being a dad.
No! No!
He just said you were my dad. You shouldn't be lying.
No, it's supposed to be ironic because Leo just lied to his face. No!
Anyways.
Bites you. Bites you and shakes you around like a chew toy.
I love you, Marcy.
How dare you?
Tome kind of uncrosses his arms and rubs the back of his neck. Sorry, you're right. I probably shouldn't have. Well, in that case, if I get something to eat, will you?
Yes.
He kind of gives a nod.
And thus the pact
take your
is
break.
sealed.
There's a snort, and thus it is.
Alright. Well, first I have to get our food, so.
Fine. You, I'm gonna be honest. Tome's probably coming there enough. You could probably roll history. I don't even make you roll. You can roll history if you want, but he does. Tome has an established meal. It's a trope level.
Boop boop doop.
Cinnamon rolls with one black coffee.
Yep.
Yep, I'll say that's enough because it
Yeah.
is so often. Yeah, Tome always gets the same thing every time he comes in. Cinnamon rolls with one black coffee. Just straight black. Nothing in it.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you, would it be bad if Leo, who hates coffee and doesn't think people should suffer through black coffee, would it be bad if he made Tome something nicer?
Tome won't be up. It's gonna surprise Tome more than anything.
Because this has happened before.
I I I think it would be really funny. I tell you right now, there's not actually well, correction. There's kind of an angst reason for why he has it, but Tome genuinely just also likes just. He's handed me. He okay. I placed my hands on his shoulder. He is very much in the detective
Yeah.
genre though, and the detectives having just a straight black coffee is a trope in its
Yeah.
own. So he kind of fell victim to that trope.
Leo knows this, but also, God, Leo thinks straight coffee is so fucking gross.
Do you, Marcy?
Yeah, like, it takes a little
Same.
longer than Tome would expect, like, knowing his own order and knowing that Leo doesn't eat much. So when Leo comes back out with like the apron like kind of draped over what like it's like over one shoulder and like a tray, he sees his usual cinnamon rolls and he sees like a cup of tea and a sandwich that's for Leo. But he doesn't see like a black coffee. He sees like one of those really pretty lattes.
You can't do this because I only drink lattes, so I'm very biased right now. Okay,
Yeah.
I do hand the really hilarious idea though of if Tome can't see what's in the drink. Because here's the thing, if Tome sees it ahead of time, he just probably won't drink it.
Oh shit.
Also, I have a really funny gag if he finds out mid sip.
It's in they're in to go cups. That this means no latte art, but it is a latte in a to go cup then.
Consider Tome only takes a sip of it, so we can say the latte because he probably doesn't chug it. He probably takes it very slow, and you can't tilt a drink without ruining the latte art too much.
Mm.
I say he takes a sip, and you just instantly see him do a little choking motion as he almost spit takes and stops himself, and he puts the coffee down and opens it to see the latte art.
You want to roll an insight on Leo?
Yeah. Like Leo knew he always ordered the same thing. I don't think he realized Tome actually genuinely kind of enjoyed it. That's a 22.
Yeah, with that 22, as Tome is like puzzling over this drink, he glances up at Leo, who before this very moment was kind of just like grinning at him and looking very excited, but now like his shoulders are kind of hunched and
No.
he looks a little sad.
Wait, Leo, what's wrong?
Nothing. I just you always come in for a black coffee, and I don't know. I thought something new would be cool because you always have black coffee. I mean, if you don't like it, I can go back and
No, no,
get
no, no,
you a
no, no,
black.
no, no, no. I'm rolling a con to see if he likes it. Tome voice. Wait, this is my kid. I can't make him. No, I. No.
No! No!
I'm rolling. I'm rolling. I'm rolling a van. Can I roll advantage? Cause soft.
Yeah. Okay, there you
Okay.
go.
You know, I can flavor this. I can flavor this. He takes. He goes. No, no. It's fine. See, and he takes a sip, and his. You see him die a little on the inside for a second. Um. Because you know, the thing about lattes is they do have to mix some.
Mm.
the more it kind of sits, the better it tastes, and you see him relax, and he goes, "No, it's good. It's just not what I was expecting."
I'm sorry, I should have asked.
No, 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 no. It's good. It's it's very good coffee. You do good at it, and I liked the little art on it. I'm listening to the galleries saying to give to compliment Leo.
My whole tome's so fucking soft. It
I have
does
to
get
give
a
you a dad.
that does get Leo to perk up again. He is very glad. He is very proud of the things that he has learned to do while working at the Painted Lady.
Oh, he perks up and Tome just kind of smiles a bit.
And Leo is actually like without complaint, as Tome might assume that he would, considering how huffy he was about being told to take a break. He picks up his sandwich and like goes and like is taking a bite and like with his mouth kind of half full was like, yeah, this isn't even really the first time I've given someone like a pretty latte, even though they usually get black coffee. But I think last
I'm kind
time,
of
oh, go ahead.
you go.
It was just Leo. Last time, it's she got black coffee because she didn't know any other kind of coffee.
Who did? I didn't hear you.
Oh, this last time it was Crystal. And she ordered I think like something fucking gross that even I could tell was fucking gross. And Leo was like, "Let me get you something actually nice to drink."
Love it. Oh. Yeah, no, Tome gives a small snort. No, I understand a lot of people don't like black coffee, but between having drank it for, well, I know past 5 years, that's all I've drank, and before that, it was mostly what I drank because of trope. It's not that bad to me anymore.
Do you not drink any water?
Drink water.
Picks up my dice.
Ah,
You'll never fucking guess what he got, baby.
that's either a nat 20. That's a nat 20. I can't even beat that. Um, okay, gallery. He said he drinks water, which is true. He did not say how often. Tome is sweating, and you can tell he very much is trying to figure out how to word this without concerning you a lot because he's the dad. He's not supposed to concern the son. He is supposed to be the one who you can be. He gets concerned about you, but you can tell in the way he sweats and the way he's very much trying to figure out how to answer this. But you can also tell he doesn't lie. He's not lying. He does drink water. Just is not as much as you want him to.
Hmm.
And you can also, because that's a 28 and a nat 20,
Mm.
um, the drinking water is something he's always done, but it's very much a more recent thing. Because you have noticed he's been ordering a lot less coffee than he normally does in the past week or two, I guess, couple weeks.
Holds him so gentle. Leo slowly puts his sandwich down, takes a sip
I'm
of his
sweating.
it takes a sip of his tea, sets his cup down. I'll be right back. Uh and you know how sometimes in cafes and places like that they have like a little like fridge cooler where they have like branded bottle drinks?
Mm-hmm.
Leo,
Most of them also have like free water.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Leo goes up to the counter to one of his coworkers. They have kind of a quiet conversation. And
I'm
then
sweating so much right now. He,
and then
he has his head in his hands. He has his head literally in his hands.
beloved. And then Leo comes back with a bottle of water, sets it down in front of Tome, and sits down and pointedly takes a sip of his tea.
Tom just has his head in his hands. He doesn't want to look up. He wants to die right there. Tom,
Beloved.
Tom voice can penumbra please just show up already.
Aunt Penny. Not that he
Tom,
knows.
Tone voice at this point. At this point, I'll let Penumbra show up. It can't be worse than this.
Beloved.
Leo, not Leonardo. I mean, Leo, you really didn't have to do that.
Leo just
It's
kind of quietly takes a bite of his sandwich.
Leo, don't please don't do the silence. No, don't.
Just take a sip of the water.
Fine. And he takes a sip of the water.
And Leo gives a very satisfied nod.
I wasn't lying. I drink water before. I drink water. That wasn't a lie.
No, I know.
Then why?
Because water is good for you anyway.
I'm not having a good response to that. Takes another sip of the water. The kid has won.
Leo very, very smugly just takes another bite of his sandwich.
Leo voices, this is what it feels like to be on this end of it.
Yeah. What's his passive perception?
Ohms?
Yeah.
20.
He absolutely. I was contemplating if I should make you roll or not, but no, the passive is definitely good enough. While Leo is quietly eating, he can hear like a tapping, and he can take a peek over the side of the table, and Leo's foot is tapping to an unheard beat.
Okay, I have to ask you, what beat is it?
Uh, tries to think of a good Rhythm Thief song.
Okay, so it's nothing Tome. Okay.
No, no, no.
Oh, no, Tome has a very distinct piano rhythm that plays with him, especially the more nervous or stressed out he gets. It's kind of even though it technically isn't related to that, it does tend to because a lot of his because yeah. Yeah, yeah, if it was Tome's rhythm, he sure would recognize that.
No, it's probably like the specific song from the video game is like the normal overworld you're out and about in Paris song.
Just smiles and tilts his head. You like to tap out music like Camille does.
Leo kind of blinks.
Sorry.
No, it's just not many people point it out really when it happens. But yeah, no, that's just the thing. Well, for my real kind half, so.
Tome wants to ask if Camille's real kind half is why Camille does it, but I'm worried about him connecting too many dots too fast. Tome.
I mean, you can. I have an answer prepared.
Okay. Tome will, and he kind of tilts his head and goes, "Is that why Camille does it?
Yeah,
Something involving his real kind."
It's specifically from a place called Forest-Sanaa. There are people. It used to be a rare trait, but not anymore actually, because of the whole how it gets passed down genetically. Since there are like a good people who know now, and can hear it, but so there are a good chunk of people from Forest-Sanaa who can hear background music.
Oh. Huh. Tome kind of tilts his head. I know somebody who would have liked to do that.
Oh.
Me forcefully assigning that one character they don't deserve. They do not get to hear the rhythm. 1 second. Responding to something.
Fair.
Quit.
God, I can hear people outside setting off fireworks. It's the third, damn it.
Yeah. I appreciate it too. Tone kind of gives a small chuckle and rubs back his neck because you're doing it again. You're making you're you're literally getting more of his backstory than the actual FPS about his backstory
Heart
did.
emoji. Leo just has that effect.
It's supposed to be opposite. You're having so much fun with this, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, there is a girl I used to know who really liked to play the piano. I think she would have liked to be able to hear the rhythm, considering how much she liked to just create different songs.
Mm. The rhythm always has a very interesting thing with musicians too. Uh, since Juby, I think you met Juby. My brother, he's a musician, and
You can incite that.
God fucking Leo again.
No way. No. Do you see Tone instantly pale a bit and sweat drop? He is met Jubilee, and you can tell because as a 28, you get so much with that. Um, it didn't end badly, but it sure started badly. And also, it did not, because I and Tone really did touch on trauma with Juby.
Mm-hmm.
Tone, there was a lot of stuff went down when he met Jubilee, and yes, Tone likes Jubilee. He has, you can tell there's a lot of emotions behind that look of recognition. There's a lot to unpack with that one.
Leo will set that to the side for now. He will ask about that in a moment. But it is also time to be very, very proud of his big brother.
Oh.
Since Juby's not here to tease him about it. But yeah, Juby, Leo's just, yeah, because Juby's a musician, and sometimes when he's playing music, what I hear in the background changes to follow, or sometimes the rhythm. Okay, so the rhythm is kind of divination magic based. So I naturally have a connection to divination because of it, but sometimes with musicians, it can sort of predict the music that they write. Because sometimes I'll hear a song from Juby that he hasn't played before, and then like a little, maybe a few days, he'll be started on writing it.
Tone kind of nods, and he seems genuinely interested in what you're talking about, and he kind of leans forward a little.
Congratulations, you found one of the things that Leo loves talking about.
Home is listening with he's not even doing the small smile. He has like that kind of, that face detectives make, that little semi-serious face of
Mm,
interest and intrigue. He's making that face as he kind of eats his cinnamon rolls and drinks his coffee and water.
beloved.
His son is invested in this. He wishes to listen.
Wait. I know, yeah, Leo very, very happily is talking about this. And he's just, yeah, so I feel like if this girl you met did have it, it would definitely be really cool, but also you can't really hear your own themes with it. Like,
Yeah. No, she never mentioned anything about it, though. Then again, I was pretty busy the entire time.
mm,
And he kind of rubs the behind his ear a little. Uh, but yeah. Hmm. I have to look into it. Porcelain, you said, correct?
mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think any of them were from that, so very
No,
much likely not.
if they were tunes, then probably not. Because it's
Yeah,
mostly
no.
real kind country.
They were all tunes.
Mm. Nope. I think historically, um, my family was the first family to have, at least one of the first, I can't remember exactly, to have tunes born outside of Inkwell. Or,
He
well,
kind
in
of nods.
Forsana.
He kind of tilts his head curiously. Oh,
Oh god, is this where you spill some of your fucking backstory, you shit? Leo kind of swirls his teacup around in a hand and is like, yeah, it wasn't great.
there's a small frown, and I'm trying to figure out. Tom kind of sits there quietly as he hears that, and he kind of seems to think for a moment before he goes, "If you want to talk about it, you can, but I won't make you.
Well, I mean, I've talked about it a good bit recently, so.
Only do what you want to and are comfortable with, Leo." And
Well,
there's a small smile after that.
and Leo kind of gives a small smile in return and kind of shrugs and is like, I mean, you're gonna have to know about it eventually. It still kind of sticks. Um, me and my twin brother, were born in Forsana. Our father is real kind, and our mother was a full tune. Um, and the whole tunes are born from inspiration and creativity and the magic that comes with it, and how that's a big thing in Inkwell. It's super concentrated, and that's why it's Inkwell. Not so much in Forsana. So we were born really sick. Um, I kind of had the worst of it. I grew up a lot in hospitals. That's one of the reasons why my appetite is so shot, I guess. I've never really been like the kind of person to eat a lot.
Boom kind of frowns, and I'm asking the gallery a very important question real quick.
He hoopsed.
What do I need a roll gallery?
I would assume a history?
Okay. Hmm. Okay, one of those is a 0 and one of those is a +4. So we're gonna go with medicine. Hmm. Does Tome connect the dots? That's a 17. On
um,
medicine.
yeah, since this is a medicine check, um, he,
I can roll a history as well if you want.
yeah, because I feel like they would give different things.
Yeah, no, we have to go with the medicine. We have to go with the medicine.
I mean, to be fair, I was gonna give you advantage on the history because Leo's name is Leonardo Layton.
Okay. Yeah, no, no, we gotta go with
Oh
the
my
medicine.
god.
I do point out, Tome, I think we've mentioned before, Tome connected the dots about the Lathan, or even if he didn't, Tome's not gonna bring that up
Mm.
because Tome has a very complicated history with Layton, Sam Layton, but he is still trying to connect it.
Mm. Well, with the medicine check, the name of what it was that Leo has, does like come to mind, which is inspiration deficiency, which happens to it's very rare for full tunes, but for it's mostly something that occurs in half tunes because half tunes don't really have the choice to not manifest if they are born.
Yeah. There's a pause as tone kind of frowns. I've heard of that before, though I can't remember where from.
Leo kind of shrugs and is like, I remember being told a lot about it when I was younger, but I was still a kid. But that's the thing with having a rare disease.
I'm kind of frowns before he kind of gives a shrug. Well, you're here now, so obviously there's enough inspiration. And I mean, made a pretty good kid out of it.
Leo kind of ducks his head kind of sheepishly.
There's a smile, and it's fine.
Wait.
Home has known this kid for 2 FPSs, and he's attached.
That's the
Attached he
plan.
is.
I hold up Leo. His adopt me vibes are so fucking strong. He's just so endearing.
Yeah, Tome doesn't like to adopt, but man, did he get no choice with this one.
Well, yeah. Um, and Leo's kind of shrugging and is like, I mean, this is the whole reason my family came to Inkwell.
To get more inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll it? Can I roll another history now? Because
Yes.
Tome will remember certain people. He won't remember when they first came to Inkwell, but he. Holy shit!
Holy fuck.
Holy shit! For the
Okay.
audience, past rolls were a 5 and then a nat 1. He just rolled a nat 20.
It hits him
It
like a truck. Yes.
all the little the name, the medicine, the not the medicine, the medicine check, why all dawns. And would you like to roll an insight, Leo?
Woo!
Because Home just made a connection.
There
Holy
you
shit!
go.
I gotta make. Yeah, no, I'm making a whiz save. He keeps him. Tome doesn't react much physically. Quick question for my lore holders. If you
Mm-hmm.
think enough about someone, will your theme reflect that in any way?
Um, probably motif wise, because I know in a lot of games there are like for songs that tie in with the character but aren't exactly their theme. There are specific motifs.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I
Because
think
that's what
so.
like Tome's trauma thing is. It's a motif, technically. I just like to call it his trauma theme because it's
Mm.
a full song at this point. It's not a motif, which is normally shorter.
Mm.
But me having watched those extremely long essay videos on shows, um, um, call it the yeah. Anyways, you he there's Tome. You kind of recognize that Tome just connected a lot of dots real quick right there,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't quite realize what the dots are until you hear Sam's motif. Sam before everything, before he died motif come from Tome.
Oh shit! Hang on, someone's at my door. We're going.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Gallery. How you doing? How we doing, Gallery? Welcome to Sun 2, Electric Boogaloo. Oh, I look at a member of the gallery. Oh.
Sorry, that was my cousin saying bye because they were here at my house. We might have to use someone else's recording because I wasn't able to mute my OBS in time.
I figured it's fine.
Where was I? Oh yeah. Oh god.
You okay?
Oh, big firework just went off. I'm okay.
I heard that. That was a firework?
Yeah, it was a firework. It's fine. I'm okay.
Okay. As long as you're okay.
Yeah. No, I'm
Um,
semi used to them now because it's been a fucking week. But that one was just loud.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, about Tom connecting the dots, right?
Yeah, he connected the dots, and you heard Sam's like motif play in Tome's rhythm. And you could tell by the way he's reacting and how you worded that, and you could he doesn't I'm gonna roll deception. I'm gonna make him roll a deception.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 28, and he got a decent whiz. So the deception's more of how well does he hide it. You're gonna see it. He can't beat your insight. Oh gosh. Um the yeah. The 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 whiz carries him a lot, but he very much stiffens just slightly,
mm.
and his mouth presses into a bit more of a thin line. Yeah,
Fuck.
Tone just connected some dots.
Sorry, there was a really loud one.
I know you're all good. I can tell based off the sound, beloved.
But oh yeah, Leo kind of jolts and like stutters to a stop and slowly sets down his sandwich and is like, "Oh, yeah, I should have figured. It's only been a year."
Yeah. Tone not knowing that, because that was Tome not knowing that Leo. Well, Tome knows that Leo can hear the rhythm, but Tome not realizing what just happens. What do you mean?
You maybe not knew, but you met Arsene, didn't you?
Would would Tome know Sam's full first name?
Oh god, you're right, because he went fully by Sam.
Though no, I look at the gallery. There might be a reason Tome knows the first name. He never looked into Sam.
We we
Tome is
we looked
that's my
directly
other
at the
detective.
holder. Damn,
Fine.
out here bullying.
You really take my low intelligence character and ask a little history. That name is vaguely familiar to Tone, but he kind of just blinks. I don't think I know who you're talking about.
Oh, you probably. Yeah, that would have been way after. Sam. He went by Sam after he became a detective.
I'm gonna carry over that good roll you had. Mm-hmm. Tome knows that name. I didn't. I mean, I didn't know him a lot.
That's okay.
I'm
Oh, go ahead.
he kind of rubbed back and I'm more of a background character, you know. He was very much a main character.
I never got that. I'm pretty sure there's a saying that everyone is a main character in their own story, but I digress. Maybe that's just my real kind half being nitpicky about genres and tropes.
Look at the Judy FPS. Tom has a lot of feelings on this subject.
Mm-hmm.
Tom kind of just looks away and taps his fingers. Maybe.
But yeah, that's my brother.
There's a small breath, Van. I'm sorry. And
It's okay. I I've been feeling a lot better lately.
well, I'm glad. And there's a genuine soft smile. Also, man, Leo knows that Tome knew of Sam, but Sam doesn't know that Tome knew of Sam.
Hee hoo, hee hoo.
Leo going to Camille, hey, you never told me that Tome knew Sam. Camille, wait, what? Anyways,
Any hoosies.
that's crimes for later. Okay. Tome kind of nervously taps on his cup, and it's because of how he met Sam, there is a piano melody in his rhythm now, and he is tapping it unconsciously with his fingers. Even though he is quite well established, even though not saying it, he cannot hear the rhythm.
Would this
I
be something familiar to Leo?
oh mm.
Because if not, that's fine. We have established that people's themes have changed over time.
Considering what it's from, no,
Yeah.
because the specific theme that he is, because I've stated this before, he is doing is the theme that's on the main cassette tape.
Mm.
It's not the actual person theme, because the actual Penumbra has the same piano theme. It's what I've kind of called the tangled. I call it Tone's trauma theme. In actuality, it's more of the theme of the a mix of the case and Twisted Tower itself.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
So the problem is, I think we kind of established that Penumbra did not see Leo much after the events of what happened
Mm.
with Tome, because she's kind of been on the run. So even if it did pop up, I don't think it would be distinctive enough to remember. That it
That's
would
fair.
not have,
Yeah.
it
Because
wouldn't
he
come
would have
up
been
enough.
real young.
Yeah, and he was kind of out of it the one time we've actually discussed them seeing each other, possibly.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, probably not familiar. Wait, it is familiar though in one sense. This melody did appear last time you met Tome when he started getting really nervous. I do remember it got brought up in the first FPS.
Mm.
But he doesn't seem nervous right now as much as sad. That's the only reason I point out that difference.
Yeah. Leo finishes off his sandwich and is like, he he's really good at what he does.
He
And
was.
I'm really proud of him.
There's a soft smile on his face. I am too. He was a good kid, and yeah, no, I'm picking up Leo using present tense.
He
I am
who
making Tome not notice. Wait, I could make Tome. I look at the gallery. Do you want Tome? Do you want me to roll to see if Tome notices? Because this is the mute. This we have to agree on these kind of things. Because the more dots he connects, the faster.
leave it to the
Okay, what do you
dice,
want me to roll?
baby.
What do you want me to roll?
uh, I almost was gonna be mean and say straight intelligence.
I can do. I look at you. The other thing would be intelligent. Would be insight, which he has a +10 to. So
Do a straight up intelligence. Oh
holy
my
shit!
god!
Holy shit!
Private
All of us.
Investigator Grim Tome!
Holy shit! All of us. We're gonna do intelligence because that's gonna nerf Tome because it's a straight D20. Tome rolling a nat 20, going. Wait a minute. Tome God, I'm so happy Tome's actually beat it and leave it to
Holy
the dice
shit.
right before disaster. That's God. Holy shit! Is this how Tome figures this out?
Oh
Is
my
it
god.
Tome kind of pauses. God, I look at the gallery. Do you want to leave it to the dice?
Oh my god.
That's a nat 20. Home just realized what's going on a little. Yeah, sure it comes. Watch, and I just throwing hands in the wind. If the dice say it, the dice say it. Home kind of freezes. And I will let you retcon this if you disagree, but it's very much, it's enough of an, I'm not gonna even make him do a whiz. It's enough that you hear a small stutter in his theme.
Mm.
Because all, I love Tome. He has an investigator mode. And it's not a conscious decision for him most of the time. It's very much he is an investigator and he has a trope and all that.
Mm.
And you hear an actual stutter in his theme before it shifts to a little bit more of a serious tone. And he kind of looks up at you. You're using present tense.
And I rolled a deception while we were chatting.
Oh,
As Leo
oh.
kind of chokes on his tea and coughs and is like, "Oh, did I? I guess I'm not as over it as I thought I was."
That's an insight, beloved.
Yeah, no. He makes it. That is, I rolled a 12. You got a modified 26, baby.
Can he realize that's a lie? Does he realize that's a lie?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Combs kind of shifts slightly to I mean watching the gallery slowly lose it. Don't worry, gallery, I think we're losing it too. He kind of shifts his weight slightly. And he takes a sip of his drink slowly. Leo, why are you lying about this?
You want to roll? Well, actually, you got a really good insight. With that 26, there's a moment. Had it been anyone else, had they not been watching as closely, they would have missed the split-second look of fear that crosses Leo's face.
I need to direct your attention to the gallery for 5 seconds, please.
I saw!
I'm sorry, I know this is a super serious. Wait, hold up, I think Javi just realized. I'm sorry, I know this is a super serious moment, but the gallery is murdering me just slightly. Is this gonna? Ooh. Hey, Fletch, you know how we couldn't figure out what tomorrow's FPS was gonna be?
Oh my god!
Somebody please inform one of our gallery members why I try to gather myself. Tone notices the fear and he blinks. And he kind of, because I will say there is only one thing stronger than his detective side right now, and it's the bit of the dad instinct there. And he kind of looks away. Sorry, I'm not trying to scare you.
And Leo subtly glances around and is like, I can't talk about this here. And it's not me you should be hearing this from. I am an idiot. Um, someone else is gonna have to talk to you about this. Cause, oh, God, I'm supposed to be better at lying than this.
I love we were so worried about Leo spilling his backstory. We got something so much different. Man, both of us,
Man.
both of us with our little clown shoes on. Man, wonder if Leo's gonna reveal his backstory. Leo, watch this. I'm about to pull what they call cocaine remove.
Leo voice, I'm about to zag on him.
um, Tom kind of blinks at that actually, and he kind of stiffens a bit. Do we need to leave? Leo, are you safe?
I don't.
And you can see a very big shift in his behavior. Even from investigator mode, he is tense.
Mm.
Like he is ready to run or sprint.
Leo tries to look very, very calm as he lifts up his cup of tea, and with it kind of obscuring his mouth, he goes, It's probably okay, but we can't talk about this here.
Tom nods and kind of leans back. Understood. In that case, we will discuss this later then. And he kind of gives a nod. As
Right.
long as you're safe. You are safe, right, Leo?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
That was a pause. Do I need to roll insight?
Considering he's not doing very well on these today.
Tome went, I made a nat 20 on that history, and I will not be doing better now. God. Tome's gotten so many nat 20s and nat 1s in this FPS. He's on both ends of the spectrum.
There is a pause as Tome tries to look into it, uh, with how the pauses with Leo have been going, but it seems to just be a pause of surprise and a little bit of fondness as Leo's just like, yeah, I'll be okay.
Tome kind of nods and does relax a lot at that. And honestly, I will let you roll insight because I already know, considering the backstory stuff, somebody being really invested in Sam is not normally a good thing.
No. Even if, I mean, that's a 13, but even if Tome is fully tuned, people being invested in Sam, probably not the best thing.
No,
That's a
no,
13.
no. Roll advantage. He's not even trying to hide it. Roll advantage, please.
Oh god, my dice ran away. Okay, it's boop boopy doop. There you go.
Okay, that's a lot better. Um, you can tell Tome has no ill intent. He just seems really. You can't tell why he's so invested in Sam, but you can tell it's not any ill intent. It's more of it's very much a detective kind of thing.
Mm.
Like, why is this being brought up? It's it's not like a because let's be honest, even when he was talking about Sam, although it was fondly, it was not the same kind of. I loved him. He did not have the same amount of fondness he has for like Camille or Leo.
Mm.
A lot of Tone's bonding with Camille slash Sam has come during the Camille phase because motion to what Tone said about main character backstory.
Yeah.
Um, Background. He did not get that interaction, but seen it. Um, Tone, you can tell Tome can you can tell Tome has picked something's up, and considering what happened to Sam, hearing you refer to him in present tense and then not want to talk about it has raised a lot of alarms.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the thing now.
Hey, throwback to that conversation we had literally like what an hour ago in the group chat.
Yeah.
So Leo is definitely coming home and being like, "Hey, Kimmy,
I love you. Tome's coming with him.
oh God."
You told Tome you can't talk here, but Tome is really worried right now.
So you said you and Fletcher have an FPS tomorrow?
I'd say it tonight, but I could have another FPS tonight, and I think so. Yes.
So hey, you need a third for that FPS tomorrow?
Holy shit. We're gonna have to talk about this after this FPS.
Yeah.
I know, beloved.
No, yeah, tomorrow. I love you. But no, yeah,
we're gonna need sleep and plenty of time for this one.
yeah.
Gods, we're gonna need sleep.
Leo finishes off his tea and is like, yeah, I think this is big enough to constitute as a family emergency. I'm gonna go tell my manager.
God, Tom is so worried now.
As Leo stands up and makes his way to the back. And it's a little while. And Leo is coming back. Apron gone. Presumably either hung up here at the Painted Lady or shoved into his hammer space. And he's just like, come on, we can, the person you'll want to ask is at home, so.
Oh, would I need a roll for Tone to know who's at the house?
If you'd like. I mean, there are only 4 people living in that house.
Hey, okay, you don't have to bully him like this, okay? He is too worried to connect. He's doing that thing that happens whenever you start panicking. Listen, guy, he had the one nat 20 on history. He is not going to peek past that, okay? He really did say, I'm gonna have one high moment, and then we are falling from there.
Leo kind of like links an arm with his and is like, "It's okay, don't panic. We can talk about this at the house." And uh do we want to end here?
Man, we end with them going to the house.
This is supposed to be low to mild angst. I'm a fool. I will say, I'll tell you right now, the present tense was actually an accident.
Yeah, Moon.
The present tense is an accident. That was me, Marzi, being a fool.
Do you ever get to have the muse just like? But yeah, I look at I think they deserve that moment. Okay, I really do.
Yeah, okay. We can have Camille not be there for a while.
Marzi, remember the thing I did? Wait, no, would that happen because of how serious this moment is?
I don't. Oh
No,
no!
it wouldn't even happen. No. No, you know what? I'm going to hurt us all. We've already jumped into the angst. I might as well. You know what? We have all been hurt. I am just gonna throw. I'm just tipping up.
We fucking manifested it.
We did. We really went ahead. Sorry. We you guys draw. They walk. God. I'm trying to gather. This is this. We really did go. Hey, what if we? One second. One second. One second. One second. One second. One second. I'm gonna put this in the quote chat in a minute, but we really have
Man,
been. We've been forcefully. We've been forcing Tome to not connect the dots, and we finally went. We finally just went. Hey, it's Tome. He's been having some pretty bad rolls anyways. Why not? Tome about rolling up his sleeves about the nat 20 of history. Watch this. I'm about to pull
God,
the
yeah.
pro gamer move.
Tomeboys, I'm about to do something that most kids these days would call fucking poggers.
Tome to the gallery. Guess what? Guess what I'm about to do.
Man.
We ignore the dice. We get a 6 hour. Yes, we listen to the dice. Nat 20 for Tome to connect dots.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
they get to the
Leo,
house. Oh, go ahead.
you go.
They get to the house, and Leo unlocks the door and uh calls out, "Anyone home?" Before there's a pause, and as I add just a moment of levity, no one is home because it's hell hour. That's when all the clocks go off at once.
Beloved, beloved.
They're not cuckoo clocks or anything. They're like little chiming musical clocks.
I know, beloved.
What?
Oh, I place my hands very gently on your
Wait.
shoulders. One of Tome's triggers is a lot of loud noise at once.
Damn it! No hell hour.
We're safe.
No! No!
We've fallen.
No!
He's holding Leo's hand. That's what does it. Very much. You open the door and you can kind of. I'm gonna use a bit of the gallery too because we're not doing heavy angst. I got a 23 on that. The gallery, calm down. Um, lower it, cat. Take a moment, gallery. It's all good. Um, amidst of the hell hour just ended, and Tome is probably Leo probably still has Tome's arm.
Mm.
So you can kind of hear it outside, and Leo opens the door, and all the noise hits, and Tome, even though it's 23, Tome jumps like more than a normal tune would. I just got
Leo very apologetically, like, like squeezing Tome's hand for a second. Is like, sorry. By the moon, everyone was right when I said I should turn these off. I'm so sorry.
no. It's Leo. Take a deep breath. And I'm gonna say as Tome kind of because I really even though I have to use it for angst right now, I really love this image of Tome doing of this happening whenever Tome enters the doorway. As Tome goes through the doorway, there's a little shift of the camera and they pass through the as the camera goes to the wall, and for the brief second you can't see Tome. He steps through the doorway and his design has shifted. And there is no longer a shine on the edge of him. Rather, there is these shadows on the other side, and he's looking at you with kind of like grayed eyes and very serious. And even though you've told him you're safe, you can tell he's very worried right
Cries, sobs, and wails even.
I said I wanted to have that design shift. We wanted it to be fluff, but I guess we committed too many crimes.
This is our punishment for our hubris. We were supposed to end with soft.
If I had, this is what happened. This is what happened with the lore FPS. This is what happened with so many FPSs with Tome. we go, hey, this should be okay. And then the dice go, no.
Fucking cries.
Home very much as they step through, and he doesn't even notice the design chip, but he kind of gets down on one knee so he can place his hands on Leo's shoulders. Hey, Leo, it's okay. It's I'm just a bit sensitive to loud noises, but you didn't know it was very nice to hear what little I did, okay? And he kind of cups your face a little gently.
Everyone says I need to turn them off. I think I'm gonna end up turning them off.
Hey, no, no, no. Do you like them?
Well, they were a present from a
Then
friend.
keep.
So hang on, someone's.
Hi, Gallery. How you doing? How you doing, Gallery? That's fair, beloved.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. Leo's just. I mean, yeah, they were a present from like my best friend.
Owen kind of smiles softly. Then you can go ahead and keep it. There's you. Well, we can. I can help you figure something out. Even a way to make sure that it isn't too much. But if it's important to you, you shouldn't get rid of it. Okay?
Okay,
And is Leo crying at this point?
he's definitely teary because he is a crybaby. This boy.
Home is kind of bringing his thumbs up to help wipe away what little tears are starting to form. Hey, it's okay, Leo. Look at me. And he gives a really soft smile. It's okay. All right.
Okay.
There's the softest smile. Come on, why don't we go get some water? All right? And I don't care how big Leo is. Tome has only interacted with Camille right now. He wants to pick Leo up.
Oh,
And Tome is tall enough he can do this.
he can.
Let me roll a strength. He's too decent for dad. He's too decent for dad. He's too decent for dad. He did manage to scratch Sam. That was really good. That's a 19.
Yeah.
He picks Leo up and he kind of cradles him in his arms a bit. And
Hold
he kind of
like baby.
it's not even a hold like baby as much as like kind of it's just very gentle and fatherly and protectively. And
Mm.
there's very much a lot of support in it. And it is so that if Leo wants to curl up, he can. Or if Leo wants to lay over the shoulder. It's... Hey, Gallery, I look at you. I look at you, Gallery. Okay? Leo? This is kind of a very different situation than what Camille and Juby went through.
I heave the loudest sigh.
I could hear in your sigh the about to murder people.
That was my mother. It's fine.
Okay, it's okay, beloved. I pat you.
No one in this house fucking knocks. Anyway.
Anyways, um, yeah. So, however, if Leo wants to curl up, if Leo wants to lay his head on Tome's shoulders, however's comfiest, Tome naturally picks Leo up in that way.
Leo probably does curl up a little because on the way home, he was probably kind of spiraling as calm as he was at the cafe because it was a big funny haha joke when he spills his own backstory. But this is his brother, and this is something extremely serious. and he feels terrible. Like, this is something actually serious.
Tom is absolutely holding you as you curl up, and he kind of he very that's 19, and I've mentioned before, Tom has toon strength where
Mm.
it can be stronger if needed. Because he does have a 15 in strength. He's not, despite what everyone thinks, he is not, in fact, a noodle.
He's actually
What
a twunk.
completely,
He suffers from the Detco curse that unless he's shirtless, he looks like a twink.
basically, um, he very much is holding Leo, and he makes the water, and then he takes it and he goes and sits up. He sits down on the couch, and he kind of brings his knees up to hold Leo close. Hey, it's okay, Leo. All right. I need you to take a deep breath for me, okay?
And Leo does, and it's kind of shaky, but then it kind of like it gets kind of choked as he's like, "Oh, by the moon, this is a big deal, and I just went and spilled it on accident."
Leo, I mean, first of all, I don't actually know anything. You haven't spilled anything. And there's a sigh. If you really don't want me to know, I won't.
Well, it's important. It's a big deal, especially now that you're our dad.
You said our dad. What
Fuck.
do I roll? What
Shit.
do I roll?
Fuck.
I love Leo so much.
He's nervous. He's having a bad time. It's the patented latent nervous ramble.
What do I roll, beloveds?
Uh,
Okay, we're gonna keep this so that it stays nerfed. That's a 5. He doesn't we're really gonna let this be the we really said we can't have the originally planned dramatic reveal. We're gonna have a totally different level
I'm
of
so
dramatic reveal.
sorry.
Okay, Marcy, in all seriousness, you don't need to apologize. Fletch and I had long ago established because we'll discuss later, but Fletch and I had already been planning for what would happen if they found out ahead of time the original
Okay,
reveal. Like
cool.
this, we'll stop. Like we can discuss this later because it's a whole ramble. But you're all good. This was actually a planned for thing. That's why I looked at Fletch. I would have not even asked Fletch. Yeah, the like as Fletch just pointed out, we did just talk about how we were chill with it happening earlier.
Fair, yeah.
We'll discuss afterwards. And Tone kind of just holds you a bit closer and helps rub your cheeks again and smooth out your hair and just kind of holds you very protectively in his arms. It's all right, Leo. Okay, I, you can tell me when you're ready. Okay,
It's
not
not
you don't have to tell me sooner.
it's not even my thing to tell. And but here I
Then
am.
then then you can tell. Then they can tell me when they're ready. I'm willing to wait. You haven't messed up at all. Okay, I need you to breathe for me. Okay, Leo.
And he takes another shaky breath as he kind of presses his hands up at his face. And it takes a long while, but he does keep taking those long, albeit kind of shaky breaths.
Home is absolutely doing that. You know that thing when people have like really bad panics where you rub circles into their back?
Mm.
Comb's doing that. He's just kind of holding Leo very gently. And he the whole time he doesn't ask questions. He doesn't insist, and rather he's telling Leo it's okay. He's not upset. Leo isn't in trouble. He's not gonna ask. He's not gonna cry. Leo did nothing wrong. He's just constantly reassuring Leo that he is okay and he's not like a problem or messed up in any way.
And it does take a while, but he's still like there's still little trembles that shoot through him, but he has calmed down. And he rubs at his face. And then quietly, he's just, we'll have to wait for people to get home, and I gotta tell them what happened, and we'll see what they think to do.
There's a moment as Tom kind of quiet. Would you rather I left until then?
It's. You want to roll an insight?
Yes, I will roll an insight.
I mean, we did what this FPS is supposed to do. They are bonding, taking advantage.
Yeah.
There is a moment where Leo hesitates, and it is definitely the look of a child who does not want to be left alone.
Before Leo can even answer, Tom just kind of pulls him a bit closer, and he kind of slides his coat off, and it's am I gonna really do this?
Oh?
Yeah, no, Leo's gonna get it. Leo's gonna be where it first happens. Tom kind of sits up a bit and he slides his coat off, and what you'd expect to be like an actual tune is just like a noodle of black underneath, and you realize this man just wears a sweater underneath his coat. And then he just very carefully slides it over Leo so it's extra warm. And it's really toasty, actually. It's like a giant hug. It's like a weighted blanket on you.
Aww.
And he kind of pulls Leo closer and kind of curls his knees up so that they curl up around Leo. And he just holds him really close. I'll stay then, okay?
Okay.
And Tom kind of leans his head on Leo's and just is very much curled around him on the couch. Because Tom's tall enough. Tom can do this. Don't worry, I'm staying right here, okay, Leo?
Okay.
You just murdered me. Also, because Doc isn't here and I can't ask and I don't know if it would carry over, because technically Tom's pin is on his coat. So I feel like there's like a split second when suddenly a bunch of voices are in Leo's head.
There is a moment where he
Tom
jumps.
And Tom instantly snags that and shoves that into the coat's hammer space. I'm sorry.
Leo was just kind of bewildered. That was enough to snap him out of like the last like bits of the clinging basically panic attack, and he's like, what was that? Was that a leotard?
Tom blinks. Oh, the gallery. I'm so sorry, Leo. I'm so sorry.
That was wild.
Yes, I know they're very very loud quite constantly for me.
Leo is just blinking because what an experience to have.
There's a snort. There's a snort.
Bites the gallery, shakes the gallery like it's a fucking squeaky toy.
I love this little bit of fluff at the end we got from the guy. There's a small snort. You can say they're like my version of the rhythm. You know, constantly there, even when you don't want them to be.
Leo. Also, I chin hands at you because I sent you something, but
oh, I'm gonna murder. Someone, I think we deserve it after what happened, but we're gonna lead into this, okay? We're gonna get into this. Don't worry, I got you.
Leo just
Oh,
sort of like puffs up his cheeks and then lets out that breath and is like, that is way more wild than the rhythm ever could be.
there's another snort. You get a little used to it. I mean, when you kind of have it, as long as you're wearing that pin, you get used to it.
Horrifying, thank you.
Here's another snort. They they can be good though. They give good advice sometimes. Other times,
Send pictures of leotards.
yes, that's totally the worst thing they do. Don't very distinctly remember being told to hotwire a car by the gallery.
Leo's kind of grinning and is like, no, hang on.
Leo, you really don't need to know about that.
They said I saw a picture of a leotard tagged as you.
They what?
And Leo snorts and kind of just like,
That's worse than the poor little meow meow.
they call
Oh,
you
the
poor
gods.
little meow meow.
Leonardo, we do not need to do this right now.
And Leo just is snorting as he like plops his face against Tome, like tucked under his chin, and Tome can feel him like shaking with laughter now.
Oh, it's so funny, isn't it?
I mean, poor little meow meow.
Yes, yes, I know. I'm quite the source of humor constantly. Thank you. And there's a bit of affection in this tone.
Oh, that's great. And he does just kind of stay there with his head tucked under Tome's chin. Just very comfy.
Oh, and I feel like did they stay that way until Leo starts to fall asleep?
Probably.
It's not until Leo starts to fall asleep, and Tome is certain that Leo's asleep, but he very gently places a small smile. And by God, is there the instinct to give Leo a kiss on the head, but he doesn't know if they're close enough. He doesn't know if they're that close yet. Rather, he kind of just smiles really softly, and he very much considers doing it, but at the last minute decides no, he can't. And he stands up, and I'm gonna make a perception real quick to see if he can figure out where the bedrooms are.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 14. We'll roll with it, and then I'm gonna make a little investigation.
God, I abandoned my boy. It's fine. Camembert can help.
Yes, Camembert shows him where Leo's bedroom is, and Tone carries him up, and then places him very gently in the bed and tucks him in, and just smiles so softly.
Very gently removes his glasses.
Places him to the side. Takes off any of the extra coats. Doesn't like get him in pajamas or anything, but takes off like the extra sweater and all that. Because it's probably got some tears on it too, and takes off his own coat and puts it back on. And he is instantly full of worry again as he looks down at this poor small child that he has caused so many problems for so quickly, he is realizing.
Oh.
But he kind of sighs as he just gently walks towards the doorway, and he leans against it slightly. Sleep well, little cinnamon roll. I'm sorry about earlier. You're watching the gallery and instantly freak out. And he
I feel like this is a good time to wrap it up.
Yeah, this is a good time to wrap it up.
As Leo takes his nap.
Could have that cameo because Tome hasn't connected the dots, and Leo can't tell that person.
To be fair, you also have an FPS right after this, dearest.
No, no, it will be like it could be a very short cameo. Very much a what did you just say? I look at the gallery. I leave it up to my co-host.
I mean, that is a pretty big risk, knowing us.
He didn't connect the dots.
That is true.
No, okay, fine.
He didn't connect the dots on who it was about.
If you don't want it, then no, I won't.
It's a pretty big risk, and you do have an FPS right after this.
I know. All right. Then that is it. We start the next FPS right there. Deal. Okay. And then, so that's where we end it. We're gonna be continuing this tomorrow.
Sun 2 Electric Boogaloo, open parentheses, secret third son, close parentheses.
It's one of those lights that show up after the people leave the room. It's that broken light that flickers on. Anyways, bye.
Bye.
Thank you to our current and future audience. And
thank you, Spec, for playing with me. Thank you.
We really, hey, we really went, hey, we should have these two. This will be our fluff FPS compared to like Quinn or something. And then we were... Anyways, bye.
Bye.